Like a lot of software engineering students, I was struggling this summer to find relevant experience in my field. So, after exams, I was honestly sitting around a lot, but a fleeting idea led me to today, where I released my first software as a service, Rankify, the album rating visualizer. Rankify was designed as a platform for music lovers to come together and share their feelings for music. I myself am a huge lover of music, so Rankify really felt like a passion project for me. It's definitely had a questionable beginning, but over the course of almost 2 months, it's been refined into a clean concept and then into a real product. I started plans for Rankify right around the end of exams, so it was a really stressful period to make an entire application, but after sketching out the concept and showing it to one of my buddies and getting the green light, I had to see it to fruition. Rankify is built upon a somewhat weird stack. It's using Next.js for the front end with a Flask backend. Next.js can of course be used alone as a full stack solution building upon React, but at the start I did not know that, so I ended up using it solely for the front end. This pattern ended up working pretty great for me because it kept all the public front end components and the back end sensitive data clearly defined and separated. So now I'm here on Rankify itself, and I'm gonna give y'all a very short demo. So we're on the home page. I am already logged in, as you can see, but if I was not, you would see that you can log in with either Apple or Google OAuth. So we have some of the hot rankings this week, all the tracks that have been ranked on the site. So today I already have the album in the search bar, but I feel like ranking Arthur Verkay's album. It's a really good one, trust me. We're gonna go ahead and search this up. It's right here at the top. So now we have the interface for ranking. So here we just have the album image, we have the title, and we have the artist. And over here is where we have the meat and potatoes of Rankify. And this is the ranking chart. So every node here is the different tracks for the album. And if we click and drag, now we can give it a value. And by doing this, we can give a value to every track and at the end get an average. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and rank this entire album and we'll see what the average is at the end. Alright, so I just finished ranking the album, one of my favorites, so it got a pretty good score of 8.7. So now that we're done, we have two major options. Number one, we can save this as a draft and continue editing it. And we can continue to edit later. Or if we know that we're completely finished with it, we can go ahead and publish. And once it's published, we can go ahead and refresh the page. And if we switch over to global rank, we can see that based on one ranking, we now have a curve. And the real core of Rankify is once you have everybody ranking an album, it's all going to be aggregated and displayed here. And you can see the average for everybody's ranking over the entire site. And if I go to one of my other favorite albums, Chromacopia by Tyler, you can see we have a couple global rankings here, and my ranking is different from the global ranking, which is coming from everybody's different data. Of course, being a broke college student, I don't have the rights or resources to any of those music images you saw on Rankify. So to rectify this, originally I designed Rankify to be used with the Spotify API. And this allowed me to walk into their authentication flows, album data, and even a full-fledged search bar, which was so smooth and so helpful. So with Spotify in hand, development became a lot more smooth and things were going without any major snags for a while. Of course, until Spotify hit small devs with a double whammy. On May 15th, Spotify made changes to their developer program, and any project looking to apply for extended access to their API, which, number one, allows you to add more than 25 users to your application, kind of important, and number two, increase the bandwidth so you won't have any nasty errors with too many people accessing the API. All of that was locked behind a new rule that requires you to have 250,000 monthly average users. And of course, as a small dev, I'm not getting that much users. So they basically said, if you're not a big company, find other options. So I did. Having to scrap the Spotify API from Rankify was gut-wrenching, to say the least. But after some research, I learned that the Apple Music API can do practically the same thing. To use it, I would have to pay a $120 developer fee, but wouldn't have to worry about any major restrictions for production, which made the purchase worth every penny. With the shiny new Apple Music API in hand, I went through the very long process of refactoring my code to work with responses from Apple. I also threw in Google OAuth so non-Apple users can use Rankify as well. When I first started developing Rankify on April 18th, I planned for a 3-week development process to release it on May 9th, which was the release date for the new Kali Uchis album, which I really wanted to make my first rank. But of course, I greatly underestimated how much time it will take along with the API fiasco, so it took another 4 weeks and ended up being released on June 9th. Overall, the project really opened my eyes to software dev in practice. Coursework can only teach you so much, but having to complete XD designs, refactoring, and solo code reviews gave me that true engineering experience that I find I was lacking. After all that talking, I'm pleased to say that Rankify is complete and now live at rankifymusic.com. Can't wait to see your rankings.